All right, thanks guys, you've been a great audience. Good night. So, my mum's got this sister, and her sister is Jewish, so I call her anti-Semitic. Oh, but seriously though, I think my clothes are stained. It's been a while since I washed them. Now, if you got that joke, it means one of two things. Number one, you went on the trip with us to Southeast Asia. Or number two, you're aware of the music of Stained. Either way, maybe you might want to rethink your life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paul Creasy, and I'm on drugs.
Hi, Paul.
A few days ago. Sorry. I've got two problems right now. I keep not finishing my sentences, and I keep talking in the present simple tense. I'm Paul Creasy, and I was on drugs a few days ago. Now, if any of you are thinking of maybe getting into drugs, of maybe going down that road, I would say to you, definitely do it. Definitely, it was... I cannot tell you what a great experience it was. I mean, you're on drugs, you know, you're happy, you're having an incredible time, you're learning more about yourself, you're learning more about others, you're experiencing something exciting, and you can see faces in objects that do not have them. It's just a wonderful experience. The other good thing about it is, I was watching the film Terrence Malick's The Tree of Life. Now, has anybody here seen The Tree of Life? Others have seen The Tree of Life. Now, dinosaurs, I'm telling you, being on drugs made me appreciate that film. If anyone hasn't seen Terrence Malick's The Tree of Life, that film is to narrative and storytelling what the Republican Party is to not despising women's existence. I tell you, that is a crazy film. But I loved it. I loved it because of the lovely drugs that I was on. I mean, really, it was All right, guys, you've been a great crowd. Thank you very much. Good night. But yeah, it was really like being on drugs. It was such a strange thing because time. It felt like time was skipping. 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 It felt like time was skipping in a really strange way. And I would look at my friends and they'd do something like move their arm, and I'd see it, you know, 3 or 4 times in quick succession. And it was really strange because in my mind I reverted to the time when I was teaching teenagers English, like American, Italian teenagers who didn't want to be there. So I kind of had my teacher voice on in my head. So I was like, all right, guys, could you follow the laws of time over here? We've all had fun with chronology before, but you know, there's a reason Stephen Hawking invented time in the 1990s. It's not perfect, but it is the best method we have to stop everything happening at once. So could you just come on, guys? I mean, you know. Can we just be linear for a second over here? We're not all Terrence Malick. Can we keep it linear over here? I want to tell you though, The Tree of Life is a wonderful film. It's a fun extravaganza for all the family. If all of your family are on drugs, or if they want to go through something needlessly grueling, or if they have a callous disregard for the rule of the order in which things should happen and whether they should make sense or not. I have a family like this. They held a funeral for me on my 5th birthday. They held my 18th birthday party 5 minutes after I was born. God, I really missed seeing them before I came to China. Thanks very much, guys. You've been a great audience. But yeah, so I was but I think it really had an effect on me, this kind of messing with time, because I just messed with my mind. Because the next day, I was talking to my friend, and I completely forgot I had to organise this kid's birthday party. I had to organise the entertainment for it. And I was talking to my friend. I was like, oh God, could you do you know like a magician or something? And he said, yeah, I know one. So thank God, the next day we got to the kid's birthday party, and the guy walked into the front of the room. The kids were all sitting down, ready to see the show. He took off his top hat, and one of the kids got up and said, "That's a terrible hat. I don't like your hat." And it was strange because the guy he started deconstructing the kid's argument. He started saying why it was invalid and how he could go about constructing a valid argument about his hat. Now, about 2 hours into this, I turned to my friend and I said, "God, this is the worst magician I've ever seen." And my friend said, "Magician? Logician?" Thanks very much, guys. You've been a great crowd. So, yeah, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Paul Creasy. This evening I'm going to be telling some jokes. I've got 2 jokes I've got pretty high hopes for. One about the band Stained. One about a magician, I think is a delicious pun. I just hope I did something I maybe shouldn't have done recently. I just hope it hasn't messed with my mind a bit. Because just recently things have been happening in the wrong order. And I don't think that would be very funny.